Welcome to Scotch Sunday, and today we're going to do the Glenmorangie Bacalta. This is a part of their private edition line, and it is something that's only out there for a little while, and then every year they put out a new one. I think this is number 9, I believe. I'm not totally sure, but anyway, part of their private edition. It is aged in or finished in Madeira casks. Glenmorangie is a Highland single malt. It's the most popular single malt in Scotland. Glenmorangie has the tallest stills in Scotland, and they're like 18 feet tall. And Glenmorangie means, they're not really sure what it means. It either means Valley of the Big Meadows or Valley of Tranquility. They were founded in 1843 by the brothers William and John Matherson, and they began producing whiskey in 1843. 1849. They were more mothballed, but during Prohibition from 1931 to 1936, and then again during World War II from 1941 to 1944. It was originally the site of a farm distillery named Morangie, but there's evidence that distilling went on there way back till the 18th century. They have 12 stills, 6 spirit, 6 wash, and it's really hard to say who did it, but they're one of the ones. I don't know. I've heard Glenmorangie, Glendronach, as to who did cask finishes. So they're one of the first. I don't know if they were the first, but one of the first. They produce about 10 million barrels of Scotch per year. About 6 to 6.5 million go to the UK. And they've started the private edition, like I said, about 9 years ago. I kind of got into Scotch after that, so I don't have a whole bunch of those. But Bacalta means baked. This is at 46 ABV, and it's non-chill filtered, natural color. It's matured in bourbon cask and then finished in Madeira. Madeira is a fortified wine from Portugal, and as you can kind of see it's very interesting that they've done that. Most of Glenmorangie is 10 years, and then they finish it in something else. They do 10 years in bourbon barrels, and then they finish it in something, depending on, the Quinta Rubens finished in port, the Los Santos finished in sherry, the Nectar d'Ors finished in Sauternes. So this is just kind of, I imagine it's similar in that this is just kind of finished in Madeira, except this isn't part of their core line. This is just part of their private edition, and it'll go away before too long. Okay, so I'm going to roll that on there. All right, so, okay, what else can I tell you about Glenmorangie? So why don't I go ahead and give you the color here. Glenmorangie, I don't know if this is, let's see, I think it may be colored. It's non-chill filtered, and which is odd for something, well, it's 46 ABV, so that's why it's non-chill filtered. Okay, so Glenmorangie Bacalta is a single malt Scotch whiskey matured in ex-bourbon casks and extra matured in former Malmsky Madeira wine casks, brimming with baked fruit and sun-soaked syrup sweetness. And Bacalta means baked, so that's kind of where that comes from. This was the eighth of the private edition, and I really like this. This is probably one of the best Glenmorangies that I've had. Now, not that I've had a whole bunch. I've had the Quinta-Rubin, the La Santa, the original. Seems like I've had some others, but anyway, this is probably one of my favorite Glenmorangies. 46 ABV. Let's see, what else can I tell you? Let's see what it says on the box. Okay, so here's the color. Okay. Let's give you what the legs look like here. Okay, that's pretty lily, so pretty good legs for Glenmorangie. Okay. Glenmorangie Bacalta, Scots for Baked, is a fruity single malt whiskey which delivers wonderfully warm layers of sweetness. It has been created from the Glenmorangie matured in former bourbon casks and then extra matured in casks baked under the sun that were once filled with Malmsey Madeira wine. Although Glenmorangie Bacalta, an uncommon wood finish, reaches new heights in complexity. Madeira it's a fortified wine. I like Madeira. It was very, very popular during the colonial period in the United States. I bought Madeira before. I'm not a big wine fan, but Madeira is something that I really like. In 1995, Glenmorangie released the world's first single malt extra matured in Madeira cask. It was much loved then and is much sought after still. Dr. Bill Lumsman, our director of whiskey creation and distilling, has long held the ambition to revisit the extra maturation and bring it to an expertise gained through the years of our pioneering work in cask management, but only the very best cask would do. Such things are rarely available. Baked to perfection. A new approach was taken and bespoke casks were created to extracting specifications. They were long seasoned with Malmsey, the sweetest, loveliest, and most prized of all Madeiric wines. They were then baked in the sun, while an intriguing wine they contained slowly sweetened within. Years later, now shipped to Scotland, they were set to work extra maturing our whiskey, delivering enticing layers of complexity to this expression, which is entirely delicious. The influence of the baked Malmsey Madeira casks is felt in the radiating and tempting flavors which characterize this whiskey. Okay, so it says on the nose, the overall sensation is sweet. There are inviting aromas of ripe apricots and then mineral notes, followed by white chocolate. A little water brings out an aged balsamic tone, malty biscuits, even. It is tasty and initially suggesting mint toffee. Then comes baked fruits, honeycomb, almonds, and dates. Then there is marzipan, white pepper, and juicy honeydew melon. The finish is of rich syrup, caramelized citrus and pear, creamy fudge too, with a subtle, appealing menthol sensation in the background. Glenmorangie Bacalta is a whiskey of almost endless complexity. Okay, so like I said, I've had this before. I've stocked up on barrels because I love Madeira. I love Madeira finishes. This is, Glenmorangie is, I don't know that I've had a bad Glenmorangie. I've not that I haven't had, not everything they make is great, but really nothing's been terrible. So, yeah, it's still on the shelves. You can get it. Take a buy. Okay. Again, color, very dark, but we'll see what this does here. Okay, it's 46 ABV, non-chill filtered, natural color. Very sweet. Oh yeah, it's very sweet. Vanilla, honey. Dark fruit. Definitely smells a little peppery. So, okay. Vanilla, honey, very sweet. What fruit is that? It's like dark fruit, like plums. Okay. It is peppery. Honey comes through pretty strong. What else is in there? It is a little spicy. I'll go with, it's not cinnamon. Maybe ginger, but kind of more, really kind of figs and honey, and I'm not getting much citrus, which is odd because I think there's supposed to be citrus in there. Glenmorangie is known for that, but I'm not getting a lot of that. More dark fruit. Yeah, figs and honey. It's peppery. Let's see what else. Let's see what we get on the second nose. Honey. Definitely strong honey. Sweet. I really like this one. Like I said, this isn't. I've already finished a bottle of this, but really, go out and grab this because this is really a great Scotch for the price. Honey. It's very sweet. Vanilla. Dates and figs. But really the honey and the sweetness comes through. I'm not getting the typical citrus of Glenmorangie, but let's see what else is in there. It is peppery. Honey, really the same as the nose, dates and figs. It is a little spicy, maybe ginger. It's not cinnamon, probably ginger. It finishes medium for Glenmorangie, which they usually seem to me to finish short, but this finishes medium. A little bit of spice, kind of sweet on the finish. So, okay. All right, let's grade that. I'm going to give that an 8. All right, we'll see you next time. Thanks for tuning in. And we'll see you.